Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amulya's Academy. We were discussing about how to implement linked list in Python, and to implement linked list we are using class concepts, and in that we were discussing about adding or insertion operation. We already wrote a method for adding the element at the beginning of the linked list and at the end of the linked list, and in the previous tutorial we saw how to add the node after an existing node. We wrote the code for this. Today we'll discuss about this, how to add an element before given node. So now we have node class, linked list class, and in the linked list class we have these methods: traversal, add begin, add end, and add after. And today we'll write the program to add a node before the given or existing node. For example, I want to add new node here before this node. While adding a node after the given node, we don't need to be careful about the different situations, right? We discussed about that in the previous tutorial. But if I'm adding an element or new node before the existing node or before given node, then we need to be careful about few things. That is, if I'll add an element before the first node, then the new node, whatever the new node I am adding, that will become the first node of the linked list. Then head should store the reference of that new node, right? So we need to be careful about this. That is, if we are adding the element before the first node, if we are adding the new node before the first node, then that will become the first node of the linked list. Then head need to be store the reference of that. We need to be careful about that. And the second situation is in the rest places. You can add the element before this node, or you can add element before this node in the rest positions. If you are adding the element or new node before the given node, then we need to be careful about two situations. One, we need to check whether we are adding before the first node. In that case, we need to write the different code. And next, if we are adding the element in the different position, that is before the second node or third node or last node, then we need to write the separate code for that. Alright, so first we'll discuss about inserting the element before the first node. What will happen? Here we are adding the element before the given node. So I'll take the method name as add before, and here you need to take parameter as self and data, because we are inserting the element. If you are inserting any node, then data must be a parameter. Then here x. X is nothing but the node before which you want to add the new node. For example, here if I want to add the node before this node, then this will be x. I need to add the new node before x. Right, now first let's check if we are adding the node before the first node. The first step is same. You need to create a node. So create the node. To create the node we'll use node class, and we'll create a node with some data and the link or reference. Next, what we need to do, we need to store the reference of the new node in the head, and we need to store the reference of the first node in the new node, like that, right? It is nothing but adding the element at the beginning of the linked list. If you are adding the element before the first node, that means we are adding the element at the beginning of the linked list. So you need to copy that code. So we wrote the separate code for that, right? Add begin method. So copy that code. Alright, so I'll explain you what is happening here. First step is we need to check whether we are adding the element before the first node. To check that, you need to write like this: self.head.data. Self.head is 1010, this node. Self.head.data is nothing but 10. Self.head.reference is nothing but 2100. So here I am checking self.head.data. Whenever you will write self.head.data, that is nothing but the data of the first node. Here 10, whether that is equal to x. Whether user want to enter the new node before this first node. We'll check like this: self.head.data is equal to x value. If it is true, then that is nothing but we want to add the element at the beginning of the linked list. So write the code. So here we have class node, class linked list, and in that we have a traversal function, add begin, add end, and add after node. Today we'll write def. Let me take add before data and x. Whenever you are adding the element between the linked list, you need to mention these parameters, self data x. In the previous tutorial also we wrote the same parameter, right? X is nothing but the data field or the node before which we need to insert the new node. Alright, next what I need to do is I need to check whether we are inserting the element before the first node. So I need to take self.head.data. If you want to access the information of the first node, data of the first node, you can write like this: self.head.data is equal to x. As I said, x is nothing but the data field, right? If I want to enter the new node before the first node, then I need to write the x as the first node data. For example, the first node is 10. And if I want to insert the element before that, then I need to write x as 10. Okay, here I can check like this: self.head.data is equal to x. If it is true, then just copy this code, add begin. It is equal to adding the element at the beginning of the linked list, adding the node at the beginning of the linked list. So we already discussed about this. So what you need to do is you need to create the new node using node class, and next you need to change the new node reference, whatever the reference stored in the head, store in the new node reference, and next change the head to the new node. We already discussed about that in detail, so let me explain that quickly. So you need to create a new node with the data and link as none. For example, data is 100, link is none. Initially it will be like this. This will be the new node, right? You need to change the reference of this to here. So where this reference is stored, this was the first node of the linked list. This reference was stored in the head. That's why we'll take new node dot reference is equal to self.head. Whatever the reference stored in the head, assign here. So that's why it will become 1010 and it will point here now. Next, you are creating a new node, that is the first node of the linked list. So you need to point head here, right? Self.head is equal to new node 9100. You need to store that in the head. So in this way, that adding the element at the beginning works. So that's why I wrote this code. But here problem is, if the linked list is empty, then that time self.head is none, right? Now if I write this code and if I execute this code when the linked list is empty, that means here self.head is empty, that is nothing but none. So it will become none.data. None.data is not a proper syntax, right? So we'll get error. So if we are using this code and if the linked list is empty, then we'll get error. Because of that, before this you need to check whether linked list is empty or not. When we access self.head.data, if the linked list is empty, we'll get error. So to solve that problem, first before this you need to check whether self.head is none. That is nothing but linked list is empty or not. If linked list is empty, just print a message like linked list is empty and stop the execution of this method. So if linked list is empty, I can't add an element before given node, right? That is not possible. That's why just do this and take a return statement. What it will do is it will just print this message and it will come out of this method. It won't execute any other statement. If it is not empty, that means it contains few nodes. So you can access self.head.data. We don't have any problem with that. If we want to add the new node before the first node, then we need to write the code like this and you can just return it. If it is not, then what we need to do? So whenever we'll add the new node before the given node, in this condition we need to be careful about two things. One is whether we are adding the element before the first node. So we already wrote the code for that. Next condition is in the remaining position. If we are adding the new nodes before the second node, third node, fourth node or the last node, then the first step in that is we need to find the previous node of the given node. For example, if I take this as the x, so x is 30. So we want to add the new node before this node. Then I need to go to the previous node of the x, that is this node. First I need to go to the previous node. After this I need to add the new node after previous node. First step is we need to go to the previous node. Then we need to add the new node after that previous node. After going to the previous node, the process is same as adding the element after the given node. We discussed in the previous tutorial, right? We wrote a method, that is add after method. But here we are adding the new node after the previous node of the given node. So we need to follow these two steps. So while writing the program, how to find the previous node? Here we'll have two questions, that is how to identify the previous node and how to go to that position. So first let's see how to identify the previous node. If I take this as x, then this is the previous node, right? How we will get to know this is the previous node? That is, its next node data is equal to x. Here this is the previous node. Its next node means this node. Its data is 30 and x is also 30. So when we check the data of the next node, if it is equal to the x value, that means we are in the correct position, that is we are in the previous node of the given node. So for that we need to write the condition like this. To identify the previous node of the next node, we need to write like this: if here this is the previous node. Next we need to check the data of the next node. So for that we need to write .reference.data. When I write previous node dot reference, that means 3300, this node. So when this is previous node, this is the previous node dot reference. If I take previous node dot reference dot data, that means 30, the data of the next node. So we can access the data of the next node like this. We need to write the current node, this node dot reference dot data. If it is equal to x, that means we are in the correct position. We got the previous node of the given node x. So we need to stop the execution. I need to execute the break statement. Alright, now we know how to identify the previous node now. Previous node is that node whose next node data is equal to x value. Right, now how to go to previous node? We need to find the previous node and we need to go to the previous node. In the linked list, we can't go directly to a node. For that, first we need to start from the first node and we need to traverse to the each node and we need to reach the particular node. We can't directly go to a particular node. So for this, to move to the previous node, first I'll take the reference in the head as n. That is nothing but I'll take the first node as n. First step is I'll take n is equal to self.head, whatever the reference stored in the n. So first node will become n. Next I'll check the next node of n, that is nothing but the second node data, if it is equal to x. So for that I'll use this previous node dot reference dot data. Here instead of previous node I need to take n because I took the variable n here. So here take variable n dot reference dot data is equal to x. So in the first node we are checking the data of the next node, whether it is equal to x. If it becomes true, that means this is the previous node of that. If it is not, here it is not, right? We took x as 30 and it is 20. 20 is not equal to 30. Then I need to go to the next node, right? That is, now here we are here. We need to go to this node, next node. How to go to the next node? For that you need to take n equal to n dot reference. So here n dot reference is nothing but the link or reference of the next node. So here n becomes this node now. Now again I need to check the n dot reference dot data is equal to x. The next node of this node, its data is equal to x or not. Here it is true because here it is 30 and I took x also 30. So both are equal. So we found the previous node. This is the previous node of the given node. But if we didn't find that, we need to again increment n equal to n dot reference. That is, we need to do this step again and again. We need to go to the each node and we need to check the data of its next node, whether it is equal to x. If it is not, then we need to go to the next node. So to repeat this, I'll use a while loop here. And here I need to take a condition, right? When that condition becomes true, then I need to execute this body. If condition becomes false, then I need to stop the execution of this while loop body. So what is the condition here? to find the X and the previous node, we need to search the entire linked list, right? We need to iterate this until we'll reach the last node. So when we are here, that is when n becomes this, I need to stop. I don't want to execute this body, because when we are here, when this is n.ref.data, n.reference becomes none.data will get error. So when this node becomes n, I need to stop the execution of the program, right? In this node, n.reference is none. So here you need to take the condition like this. If n.reference is not none, in this nodes, n.reference is not none. But in the last node, when n becomes the last node, the n.reference is none. At that time, you don't want to execute this body. So I'll take the condition like this. While n.reference is not none, execute this. So this is the code to find the previous node of the given node. Now, initially I'll take this as n and I'll check n.reference.data. That is, we'll check the data of the next node. Here we are not checking the data of the first node with the X. You may ask why. That is because we already wrote a separate condition for this. If we are adding the element or the new node before the first node, then we wrote the separate condition, right? That's why no need to check the data of the first node. Alright, so let's write the program now. So here after this, I need to take n as self.head. And next I need to while n.reference is not none. If it is not none, I need to check if n.reference.data is equal to X. We are checking for the next node, that's why. Execute the break statement. That is nothing but if we found that node, then stop. The purpose of the while loop is just find out the previous node of the X. Execute the break statement. Otherwise, n is equal to n.reference. Go to the next node. Alright. After executing this while loop, we'll get the previous node of the X if it is present in the linked list. If it is not present, then we need to print a message, right? So this while loop becomes false, or the control will come out of this while loop because of two conditions. One is when n.reference becomes none, or the second condition because of this break statement when we found the previous node of the X. So we need to take that two condition. If n.reference is none, that means we didn't found that node in the linked list. So just print a message, node is not found. We'll go through this while loop, and if it is not none, that means this loop is executed because of this break statement. That means we found the previous node of the X. You just need to write the code now. And next here, after finding the previous node and after moving to that place, what we need to do, we need to add the new node after the previous node. So using this code, we found the previous node and we'll go to the previous node. After that, you need to add new node after the previous node. To add the new node, first step is you need to create the node. In the program, we'll use the node class and create a new node with the data field and link. And this next step is, now this is n is pointing to the previous node of the given node. Now you need to change the reference of the new node to this node, right? Because we are adding the new node between these two nodes. So that's why we need to change the reference of the new node to here. So this node reference is stored in this node. So now I need to take new node reference is equal to n.reference because this node is n. So here it will become 3300. So it will point to here. Now I need to change the reference of n here. I need to point this to here, not here. So for that I need to take, this is n, so n.reference is equal to new node. When we'll create a new node, it has some reference, right? Like 4100. I need to store that here, 4100. Now here we can see new node is added before the X given node. So now we need to write this code. we need to go to the previous node of the new node and we need to add the new node after the previous node. This code is same as adding the element after the given node, which we discussed in the previous tutorial. Here you can see you did the same thing, right? So just copy this code. So we are done with the program now. So let's execute and see whether it works properly or not. Next, I'll use add before here. We have only one node now, 10, and I want to add the new node, that is 20, before 10. Okay, if I do that, and if I execute that, here we can see 20 is added before 10. If I again take another, and here I want to add 30 before 10. Then here we can see 20, 30 and 10. If that node is not present in the linked list, for example 100, it is not present in the linked list now, right? So now if I execute this, node is not found and it will print the remaining nodes of the linked list because we are calling this println, that's why. Or if linked list is empty, we don't have any nodes in the linked list, and if I execute this, it will print linked list is empty message. We are getting twice, that is because of here in this method also we used this message linked list is empty. Alright, so this is how you can add the element before the given node. So that's it for now guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in next class. Till then, take care.